In today's episode, I had a dynamic, fun, engaging conversation with Shonna Waters. We talked about her career and a lot about coaching and technology, where we are, where we're headed. It was a fun time, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy the episode. People were like, is coaching as effective over the phone
Yeah.
and video as it is in person? Now it sounds ridiculous, almost preposterous, because we're just so used to living our lives on the front of the computer. But 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was actually like a quandary, wasn't it?
Yeah, and yet I still earlier this week, yesterday, I was having a conversation with an HR leader who was saying like they just don't believe you can build connection virtually as much, so they're pivoting back towards, in-person work arrangements and things. So I think we're probably not done with totally the swings on and perspectives on these things. But yeah, I mean, what really drew me to the use of technology in coaching was the data. It was kind of the scientific aspect of it. So there's two things for me that felt like blockers, and this really did date back to my skepticism in grad school, right? So the first was that inherently, by it being a confidential one-to-one conversation, it makes it hard to study, right? And if we can't study it, it makes it really hard to know, like, how do we know if it's good? How do we know if it's working? How do I as a coach get better? Like, what, there's a lot of celebrity coaches. Like, how do we know that they're really the best versus they're the most well known? Like there's so much like of just like a cloud of mystique over that. But the second thing is like, for a company to make an investment in coaching to a large population, and if we think it helps people, that's what we want, we have to be able to tie it to business goals and outcomes and things like that. And if we don't have visibility into like measuring what's happening and what's really changing as a result of it, we can't make those connections. So when I learned about BetterUp, what was particularly appealing to me was that they had already been trying to build this scientific basis, and they had measurement tools even before I started. Now, one of the first projects I took on within the first 6 weeks, I think I was there, was like updating and kind of doing the development and validation of our measurement model. But like that by itself to me was like, oh, that is going to be a massive unlock for our ability to really learn, advance the profession, make this connection and relevance to business leaders in a way that could get this thing that had been, in my experience, incredibly transformational to more people.